Hey you guys, welcome. Come on in. Got a really great presentation for you tonight. So we'll get started in just a moment. We've got a great guest tonight. If you don't know Anthony, we've done some presentations before. He's a really knowledgeable fellow when it comes to SEO and ranking websites and videos. He's also a software producer, and he's got a whole new thing. Papa's got a brand new bag, as they say. And so Anthony's come out with a new press release service, and you guys know that I'm really not into kind of gimmicky backlinking stuff, but I really do believe in press releases. So I was quite interested when Anthony came out with his new service. So we want to give everyone an opportunity, including myself, to check it out. Rather than running my mouth any longer, I think I'm just go ahead and turn it over to Anthony now. Anthony?
All right, thank you.
Let's make sure everyone can hear us first. Can everyone hearing us okay? Just got to make sure. Looks like I'm trying to get the questions up, but yeah, sound and pic are good. Okay, great. So let's go ahead. Take it away, Anthony.
Yeah, okay. Robert, are you here as well? Are you able to speak? I've got Robert Stone in the background. Robert is the project manager of Mass Media SEO. He's running the Facebook group and managing the actual business there. And
can you hear me, Tony?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, so what we're going to do, guys, we're going to just try and make this a little bit interactive because I want to get across what I think is really important for you to understand about SEO things in 2015, where press releases fit in, how we can use them, and the benefits of them, and what we have done, what I have seen from what we have done in the past, in the sort of past 2 or 3 years with press releases, what I've seen was missing in the market, the gap that we're trying to fill, and it's quite a significant gap, and I think we've actually pulled it off a lot better than what we expected. So before I jump in, Robert, you want to just introduce yourself as well, just tell them a little bit about your background with press releases before we did the mass media SEO. And I'm going to show them on the screen some results that you got as you're talking.
Hello, everybody. Yes, I'm Robert Stone. I've been writing press releases for maybe 30 years now, starting as an activist when I left the United States military, and recently in the last 4 years or so for internet marketing. And the reason I use them is because it's pretty much instant rankings. I struggled with websites. Everybody struggles getting their websites to rank, and I just got tired of it. It was too much for me, and all the Google slaps and everything that was going on all the time. And I write a press release, and I'm on page 1 a lot of the time. If I choose some really competitive keywords, then I might not be on page 1, but then I can boost that with SEO and get it on page 1. So I love press releases. They're easy. It's like having a website that you know is going to rank without any problem and easily can be applied with SEO and backlinking to move it wherever you want it quickly. So that's about all I have to say. Would you like to carry on, Tony?
Okay, that's very cool. Okay, as you can see in the background here, guys, this is some results that Robert had before. Let me just try and make this bigger. And this is when we were using Newswire about a year and a half ago or something like that, I would imagine. And you can see we did a hangout with Holly Cooper for her product that she did about Hangout Blueprint, I think it was called. And you can see here there's 854,000 views. That's for a press release. But what's really stunning about this is it's still generating 500 hits every single day. Every single day still hitting 500 hits every single day. Okay, but what's really interesting for me is that, you know, the SEO niche is actually quite small in comparison to other niches. And if you're talking about things like weight loss and fitness and all that kind of stuff, the SEO industry is actually very small, but this is a massive amount of hits on that press release just for a sort of SEO, YouTube SEO specifically type of press release. So Robert has done this before on multiple occasions. You can see here he mentioned before that he was an activist, and you can see this is another example where he's got 130,000 views almost in this one here as well. So press releases are really, really, really important for traffic if we can get the elements correct in making people you know, create the curiosity, having a compelling headline, and being able to you know, generate the traffic needed via the distribution networks and the SEO as well. Okay, and I can tell you those results that you just seen did not come just with press release distribution; it came with SEO as well. Okay, so we're going to go into that a little bit later, and that's part of what we've built into the mass media SEO. Let's just take a poll right now. Just tell us a 1 for a yes and a 2 for a no. Have you used press releases so far for SEO or for getting traffic or for internet marketing? 1 for a yes and 2 for a no. Robert, if you can keep an eye on the answers.
It looks like we're getting about half and half.
About half and half,
about
okay.
Half the people have used, yes.
Okay, let me ask from those people who have done press releases before, are you still doing them right now? Have you got a membership anywhere right now?
There are several that are saying yes, they do, but mostly not.
Okay, let me ask then why you do not know. I'm guessing, I've already written it down here, I'm guessing that people think they're expensive, that they lose their credits after every month.
In my case, I used to use a popular service which was great, but just too expensive.
Yeah. It's the expense that gets people. The second thing that gets people is if they're losing the credits that they're paying for every month, you've got that panic towards the end of the month where you think, oh, damn, I've got to write these press releases. And then the third thing is, of course, how do we write these damn things? That is the three main things that make people just quit. Even though they know it's a good thing to do for the SEO, they know it's a good thing to do to get traffic, it's almost guaranteed traffic. But they just, you know, the return on investment seems too hard to achieve for those reasons. If that resonates with you guys who have had press releases, press release memberships before, let me know. Tell us, send us a 1 if you agree with what we just said, and a 2 if it's for a different reason.
Everybody says yes, right on all three. 1, 1, 1. All the way down the line.
I think that's what I was guessing. So when we took over Mass Media SEO, let me tell you a little bit of history of this. We bought from Mark Olson Mass Media SEO about, I'm guessing about 9 or 10 months ago now, and you know, it was a kind of ready-made setup service, and it had some customers already there. It was a ready-made business, and I did the deal with Mark. And you know, the first thing that I did was pull Robert in, because Robert has been doing this for a long time. So that was my first job to get done. Second job was myself and Robert sitting down and saying, well, look, we did a promotion probably about 3 or 4 months before that. And we had, I believe it was about 50 or 60 people who took a membership of quite a well-known press release service. After about 3 months, the numbers dwindled down, severely dwindled down. So what we decided to do right from the get-go was to make an affordable press release service. Okay, what we wanted to do was make it really easy for people to be able to enter and stay in a membership with press releases, at the same time not loads of credits and not feel so panicky and don't feel like they're wasting money, okay? And so Robert did a whole bunch of training videos, we did a whole bunch of webinars and things like that, and we kind of launched Mass Media 1.0, as I would call it, at that particular time. Now, in that sort of 9 or 10 months, we have done a lot more with the distribution. We've added distribution. There's Google News distribution in here as well, and we have done a huge amount of stuff with the manual SEO as well in the background. So that's what I want to sort of talk about and emphasize in this sort of training call today. So we're going to have some training, and we're going to talk about some results, and we're going to give you some examples of the things that we are seeing from just recent press releases that Robert sent me this morning. I asked him this morning to send me some examples of some rankings, and we'll choose some randomly because we won't have time to go through all of them. Okay, so let me ask first of all, why online press releases? What do you think are the advantages of, or the benefits of using online press releases? Robert, see what kind of answers are coming in and let me know what's been mentioned.
Okay, Edward says that he likes being in the news, that's an advantage of using press releases. Edward says relevance.
Right.
And I'm not sure what Clifford is saying. What was that, Clifford? Not having to worry about rankings in Google.
Right, okay. Well, I'm guessing he means that he's expecting to get some traffic there. Let me give you some examples that I've written down this morning. This is just, about an hour ago, I was putting this together for some of the benefits and things like that. The things you got instant visibility with online press releases. Because we're in Google News, we got Google News distribution, and we got some high authority news sites as well. I think in the clipping report, which people get with our service, there was about 170 press release services. Let me just see what we got in here. If I go over to this page over here, which is our main sales page. Don't go over there right now, guys, because I'm going to give you an offer at the end. So you don't want to go over there, but unless you want to just have a look at some of these websites that we distribute to. But in here you can see we've got a clipping report, and it's going to all these different sites. We actually did a clipping report, and we took all the logos from the clipping report that we had, and you can see that this is congruent with what is in the clipping report. Okay, this was done about 2 months ago. It was about 170 sites. So you've got instant sort of online visibility via these news sites that, it just takes minutes before you start to appear there. Okay, so you can sort of build up your image as an authority or an industry leader as well. It doesn't matter if you're doing affiliate marketing. It doesn't matter if you're doing for local businesses. You can just position yourself that way because you're doing press releases. It just comes with the territory, I guess, with the people who are doing press releases seem to have a sort of an authority air about them just from taking that one action. Okay, so you're building up the things like your trust and your branding, especially if you're doing local marketing. It's a fantastic thing to do for clients. It's a really, really fantastic thing to do for clients. You're able to reach media and potential customers and potential buyers. So you can use this as well, really, really well for affiliate marketing, as well as for local, and as well as for your own products or any other sort of reason that you might want to do marketing online. Press releases will fit in for every scenario. A specific way that you would have to write your press releases for, depending on the purpose, but press releases can help in any sort of form of online marketing that we do today, apart from maybe adult kind of things. Also, you can be local or global. Now, we're seeing huge amounts of success with the local marketing, especially, Robert, you mentioned that this morning, yeah, about the local marketing results.
The local marketing is really easy for me. I'm astounded every time that I publish a press release, and right after it's published, I'm in the top of the search engines every time. I don't have to worry about local marketing whatsoever. Yeah,
and those keywords, I mean, what we do is we'll give you some training inside as well. You can actually get the training free on my blog. It's how to write articles that Google basically optimize for you, and what we do with that, we can sort of implement that into the press releases as well, where we take the keywords that Google give us via the keyword planner when Google give us the grouped keywords. So basically what we can do is we can take the closest group from the keyword planner, get some keywords from there, and sprinkle them through a press release, and that basically will get us ranking for multiple keywords as well. I'll put a link in the slide a little bit later where you can watch a video of me going over that in a lot of detail, and you can see over the shoulder how it's being done. Okay. The other benefits is the distribution, just the sheer distribution of press releases. We've got about 170 plus sites These are high authority news sites. When it comes to SEO, when you're thinking about inbound links, there's a lot of people, they will go and they will look at things like Moz metrics and the Majestic SEO metrics. What you will see every time when you're looking at those kind of metrics is that the number of backlinks and how many referring domains, okay? And especially with Majestic as well, they will show you things like the sort of trustful, they will show you little dots. Let me just show you one actually, let me find one. Let's see if I can find a website in here, maybe something I've already got from before. Just give me a website, Robert. Any website you can think of off the top of your head. Actually, let's take the mass media SEO one. So if I go in here for Moz and we look at the metrics here in Moz, it's always going to show me how many backlinks and from how many root domains. Okay, so you've got 129 backlinks in here from 16 root domains. Okay, this is for this exact URL for this page. If we go into the Majestic in here, then we can see you can see this little graph thing here where it will give you the citation flow and the trust flow, etc. What we're looking for always, what I look for always, is a trust flow over here. Now, when you're doing press releases, when you've actually press releases to with links to the URL that you're using, you're going to get massive amounts of referring links coming in to that particular news release page. Okay, so if you've got a web page, that your money URL, for example, and you've got links coming to that from press releases, from the high authority press release sites, then your trust factor goes up, your citation flow goes up, and all those SEO metrics look better. Now, obviously, I just showed you a sales page, which isn't really going to get a lot of backlinks. The sales page itself, we don't actually go and backlink the sales pages because we put it onto JVZoo, affiliates promote it, or we do webinars, and that's really all about all we're doing with that particular sales page. But just to give you a demonstration of how SEO can benefit from using press releases with the distribution that comes with the high authority news sites, especially when we're doing about 170 plus with every single release that we do. Okay. The other benefits as well, of course, is the traffic and the rankings that normally come with it. What we will see time and time again, especially with the local stuff, is that you rank really, really quickly. And if you've done your on-page SEO, if you've done your written your article with this sort of related keywords, LSI kind of keywords sprinkled in, you will see that you start to rank from multiple keywords as well. But there's some elements that we need to build in so that we can get those rankings to stay there and the sort of sticky rankings instead of just falling off the news kind of rankings after a few days. And that's what we've been building in the background as well. And the sort of final benefit for me is how cost effective press releases are. If we look at those figures again that Robert got from last year, one press release would have cost $30 from that company, from Newswire, when we did this one. Okay, and you can imagine $30 to get 850,000 views is just incredible. You couldn't even get that with paid advertising. You couldn't even get that with penny clicks from Facebook. It's just phenomenal if you can pull it off, if you can put the ingredients together with the compelling headlines and get into the right marketplace and the right distribution with the proper SEO being done in the background as well. Okay. Let's just see if we've got any questions before we sort of kick on into the other stuff that we're going to cover with the SEO stuff that we do with mass media.
And there were a couple of people that asked that question that you just addressed about the ranking sticking. Several people have found that the press releases they've used in the past, that their rankings would fall off within a week or two.
Okay, let's do this then. What do you think should be done with to backlink, or to do some optimization on a press release? Okay, take away the on-page stuff. What do you think should be done? If once you've got your press release published, what would you think is needed to make the ranking sticky? Let's see what kind of responses we get in there, Robert, what people are saying.
People are talking about driving backlinks, bookmarking, Web 2.0s.
Okay. Let me tell you how we do it. Let me tell you in detail how we do it. Let's just jump over, actually. I was going to do this a little bit later, but let's just jump over here right now. And you can see in here what we've been doing in mass media SEO. So basically, we've got the distribution. There's about 170 sites, and I'll cover that in just a second. The authority sites. We're doing the manual SEO. We've got high PR Web 2.0 blog networks happening in the background. We've got massive, massive, massive video marketing elements built in, and plus social signals as well. Those are the things we do for ourselves. And so these are the things that we have built into mass media SEO for every single press release that's submitted, okay? So if we come over here and we look at the distribution, we've got 170 plus sites, Google News sites, authority news sites as well, and all those referring domains is good for the SEO, okay? With the additional sort of manual SEO that we've added, we've got indexing going on. We've got indexing APIs with third-party indexers, and some that you will have heard of, Crazy Indexer, and what's the other one? The one that we added last week, Robert? Do you remember? Indexing company, I can't remember. Anyway, we've got 2 or 3 of these indexing. Again?
Was that Link Indexer?
Was it linkindexer.com? I can't remember exactly.
We're using Link Indexer and Crazy Indexer right now.
Yeah. So we've got 2 different. I think we're going to add a third as well. There was a third one. I was talking to someone the other day about. They're coming out with a new one, so I think we're going to add that as well. We've also got RSS SEO strategies in here as well. We've got things that are happening in the background just because we take an action, like publish on a news site, for example, or publish on a YouTube channel. Okay, all our press releases we accept video. When we accept a video, that video is probably coming from you that you have put into YouTube, okay? And so you give us the YouTube URL. We take that YouTube URL and we do a lot with it as well. We're putting that through RSS feeds so that you're getting Web 2.0, high PR Web 2.0 blog networks. And what I mean by high PR is with all the Twitter accounts are PR5. How many Web 2.0 networks have we got now? 20, is it, Robert?
Yes, we've got 20 actively working right now.
20, okay. And we're still building more, guys. What we're doing is we have built it into the YouTube channel. So we have a YouTube channel where we have automatic blog networks. So if anybody's seen my stuff with the IFTTT sort of strategies before, we did the IFTTT Backlink Commando a few months ago in a product launch. We have actually been working with IFTTT strategies for the last 2 years. And what we're doing is every time you upload a video into YouTube, it will go off in this crazy syndication, because what IFTTT does is it does a data run every 15 minutes and it will pick up any new content you've got and it will syndicate it according to what you've told it to do, according to the sites that it works with. So if you ever go into IFTTT.com, you will see they've got things called recipes where you can say to them, if I upload a new video to YouTube, then make a new blog post on Blogger, or make a new blog post on Tumblr, and if I make a new blog post on Tumblr, then tweet it from my Twitter account, etc. All that kind of stuff is possible with IFTTT.com. So we have built these Web 2.0 blog networks in the background. So we've got 20 at the moment, and we're going to be building a lot more as well. Okay, and we just keep building them up. So inside every one of those Web 2.0 blog networks, and don't forget there's 20 of them, we've got PR5 Twitter accounts, we've got PR2 or above Blogger accounts. We've got 301 redirects happening as well to some of these accounts. It could be Blogger, it could be a Tumblr. I'm kind of keeping those ones quiet what we're using and where, because we have competitors who would love to get us in trouble. And the Tumblrs are between PR3 and PR5 as well. All of that's happening in every single one of those Web 2.0 blog networks. So if we take your video and we put that video onto our channel with the link in the description, which will have the full press release in the description, but it will have a link to your YouTube video as well, to the video URL that you gave us. That's putting a lot of power, a serious amount of power back into your YouTube video, not to ours. Ours is getting distribution, it's getting the video embed, it's getting all those sort of embeds to all the Web 2.0 sites, all the backlinks, but everything is coming in, all the link juice is coming in and being passed over to your press release and being passed over to your YouTube video URL. Okay, that's how we're doing it. But we're doing it not just with the video and with the YouTube channel. We're also doing it with the news site that we're using, so that we can get that syndication going on. And that's where we're going to continue to keep doing more syndication with the IFTTT stuff, because there are, you know, it's maybe 3 or 4 news sites that we can recognize are consistently doing very, very well. And how we get those rankings sticky then is to backlink. And the easiest way to backlink is to do it with the high authority Web 2.0 blog networks that we're finding anyway. Plus, we're doing social bookmarks with our social bookmark commando software. I think at the moment we're doing about, how many are we doing at the moment, Robert, for the news site and for the video social bookmarks?
Over 1,000 for the press releases and the videos, and our site we're lightly sending bookmarks to it because our own news site is new, so we don't want to bombard it.
Yeah, so we can be more aggressive with the other stuff. So what we're doing is we're using our tools that we got, the commando tools that we've got, and we're doing all that sort of SEO in there as well, getting bookmarks and social shares and reshares and stuff like that. So that's how we get the rankings to go sticky. That's how we get the rankings to stay sticky. The other advantage as well, especially if you're doing locals, you've got these citations happening, because you always have to put in your company name or your client's company name, the address and stuff like that. So the citations will help with the local stuff as well in quite a big way. What we still got to add, that we, apart from additional Web 2.0 blog networks and probably some PBNs as well, I want to get down some WordPress PBNs and some sharing site PBNs, something interesting that's coming up in the launch we're doing next month. Is we're going to be adding as well some doc sharing for places like Scribd and SlideShare, etc., where we can actually take your press release, or we can take the video. We can put the video through SlideShare, and we can also put the press release through places like Scribd, etc. So that's still to be added, and we've still got some advanced RSS strategies I want to add as well. Okay, so you can see what we're doing there is we're taking everything that we do for ourselves to be able to get the results that Robert got over here, and we've been building up slowly. Now, what we've done as well to be able to keep the price down a bit, to be able to sort of achieve the goal that we had set ourselves at the very beginning, which was affordable press release services, we had to find a way around the middlemen, basically, that were supplying press release services, the distribution services, and it hasn't been an easy job, but Robert has done a fantastic job there. He's really done an incredible job there. He's been you know, sniffing quite aggressively in the background to figure out where these guys are getting their distribution from. Robert, do you want to talk a little bit about that? Just tell them, give them an example of what we found recently.
The distributors out there are all competing against each other, and they don't want anybody to know where their press releases are, where their endpoints are, and where they're being where they originally got the press releases in the first place. So I had to do a lot of research and go to each site and just spend a lot of time. I spent months on this, figuring out where they were coming from. And then when I finally did figure it out, I would contact those companies and get a relationship started with them, and we would end up making a deal in the end. And so we've added to our distribution like that, and for that reason we can offer prices that are pretty much unbeatable. We are doing really well with our rankings because of the distribution that we have, and nobody is offering press releases for the prices that we have and achieving what we're able to achieve with mass media.
Yeah, yeah. And that really is the result of months of work, guys. That was building relationships, like you mentioned, and really trying to figure out where this distribution was coming from initially as well, because they do a pretty good job of hiding stuff from the sort of middlemen networks that exist out there, which really just keep pushing the prices of their press releases up. Okay, so what we've done then is we've been able to create these really, really good packages. Let me just jump over to this packages. Should we go to the packages now, or do you want to talk about the free press release first?
Let's go ahead and go to the packages, Tony.
Yeah, okay. So we covered all this stuff with video marketing and stuff like that. Hugh, did you want to ask anything before we jump into these packages? No, okay. I'm just jumping up. I'm not sure if you're still there. So what I'll do is I'm going to share with you this link to this Google Doc. Okay, and in the last slide, there's only 3 slides in this one. In the last slide, you will see here there's a link to a free press release. Just click on that, and you can click on this little link in here, and that will take you where you can get a free press release. Okay, you just need to register, and once you have registered, you'll be given 1 credit. You'll be basically registering to get a membership with us. Okay, and just click through it so you can see exactly what's going to happen. Okay, and you don't need to watch the video, you can just fill in this form in here. What that will do is it will register you with mass media, okay, and you will get 1 credit so you can use for press release. Don't forget your press release will go to 170 distribution sites approximately, depending on the locations that you choose. Better to choose international, for example, to get more exposure. And plus you will get all the manual SEO stuff going on in the background. And if you give us a video, give us a YouTube URL link, then we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with the video marketing as well. So what you need to do is you go over to the link that's on the 3rd slide. Okay, so I'm going to put into the chat box the link for this particular Google Doc, and you can just go straight over there to that 3rd slide in here. And let me just actually take from here as well. Here's the link where you can go and get your free press release in here as well. Now what happens is when you have signed up in there, you'll be redirected into a membership area. Okay. What you will notice in the membership area is that we have given, we've put a countdown timer there with 7 days for you to get a discount if you choose to take up the membership. Okay. That discount is available for 7 days, and you're going to see some fantastic prices in there. The press release services that we were using before, they were costing us what, $297 for 10 per month.
That's right.
And we had to use up those credits before the month ended. Okay, and that was a major problem for a lot of people. So what we've got right now, we've actually got $67 a month. $67 a month for 5. Okay, so a lot of people, they don't need 10. There never seems to be a market, or never seems to be an offer there for, 4 or 5 or 10 or something. 4 or 5. It always seems to be 10 or 20 or whatever. So we put in 5 for 67, which if you double that comes to what, about 134. How much have we got for the? Just see how much it costs for the 10 within our service. So if you take 10, for example, it's only 97. You can see there's a massive discount. If you compare ours to some other services, that's a $200 discount for 10. Plus, they ain't doing anything like the SEO that we're doing for every single press release. You can see we've got massive value built in there. And the good thing is as well, we'll let your credits roll over up to a maximum of 50 credits as well. So even if you took 10 a month and you didn't use them, it would take you 5 months before you would stop. Before you would start to lose your credits, which I think is really extremely fair. Okay, let's see if we've got any questions at the moment, Robert, from anybody for the SEO stuff or press releases or the pricing or anything like that.
Okay, Edward is asking about sending press releases to supporting a Hangout video that he's got created. He wants to know what he needs.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what we did over here with Holly Hangout. This one here. That's exactly what we did with this one. We had actually, that was about the hangout that we did with Holly. We did the very first sort of webinar thing with Holly. We helped her to launch that product, and I know that she's done extremely well with that. I think she must be near $500,000 in sales with that particular product, and we helped her to get that with the sales copy and membership sites and the first webinars and stuff, and that was the first webinar we had actually done with Holly that got all those views. Any more?
Okay, John is asking if we distribute to Newswire.
You're better positioned to answer that than what I am about the distribution.
And Martin is asking, is this ongoing SEO that we're doing with the press releases?
Yeah, it's ongoing SEO. I think you should address the distribution there. question there. I don't think we're distributing to Newswire, are we?
No, we're not distributing to Newswire.
Yeah.
We pretty much have the same distribution that Newswire has. We don't have the Newswire site, but as far as the other sites that Newswire distributes to, we are distributing to the same web properties.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You will find that a lot of these services, guys, they're using the same sort of news sites. They're using very, very similar distribution. Some are far, far more powerful, and you will pay accordingly. Some of those press releases, like PR Web and stuff, you know, you're going to be paying like $200 minimum for one press release. Never mind, you know, $67 for 5. And with the SEO, yeah, that's going to be ongoing. It's something that we're increasing. It's not a gimmick. It's not a short-term thing. We've actually got SEO assistants trained to do this kind of stuff with every single press release that comes in.
Clifford
That's
is
not going
asking
to
how,
stop it. We'll just get bigger. Yeah.
Clifford is concerned how long his videos should be.
For a press release, it depends. See, if you're doing a hangout like we did with Holly over here, this was actually a hangout that lasted probably about an hour, almost webinar length. But if you're doing just a short video, just a sort of presentation video, you could even do like a whiteboard type of video that's, you know, no more than 3 or 4 minutes. It depends on the purpose of the video. If it's a hangout where you're doing some education, or it's a webinar or something like that, then of course it has to be longer. So it's, you know, just treat it like any other sort of video marketing. It depends on the purpose. What is the marketing purpose of your video, and how long does it take you to get that message across effectively with the chosen medium that you're using?
Okay, Martin is asking if we can use these to help him support his personal PBN sites.
Yeah, PBNs. What you will find with the PBNs is that, first of all, I would take a look at the IFTTT stuff that we're doing here as well. I mean, this is really huge for the PBNs. If you're putting links into a press release that are linking to your PBN, and we're taking those links and we're putting it for our sort of Web 2.0 blog networks, all of those are going to be linking back into your PBN, which is pretty powerful because there's really high PR, Twitter accounts and Tumblr accounts and Blogger, etc. So that's pretty cool. It's a good way to do it, actually.
We should add that there are a lot more links that will come from doing a press release. When we say we're distributing to 170 sites, that doesn't include all the people who pick it up. For instance, that one that's in the clipping report that's on the sales page, I just searched in Google, put the title in quotes, and there's 1,290 results in the search engines. So that press release is appearing on a lot more than 170 sites. So not only are you getting the results from the press release that we distribute to, but everybody else that might publish it.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I really wanted to do when we sort of discussed it, we're basically calling this Mass Media 2.0 right now because we've taken it to the distribution levels that we wanted to do originally at the prices we wanted to sort of maximize. We wanted it to be maximum $67 for 5, okay? And we've achieved that, plus we've increased the distribution, we've increased the SEO stuff as well. So what we wanted to do next to make sure that everybody, you know, got a fair crack at this was to give the free press release with it, so that we, you know, you get to try it, you get to, you know, test it and see if it's working yourself before you even think about committing to a package. It doesn't take that long to write a press release if you don't know how to write a press release. We've also got people who can do that for as little as $12, or you can go over to Fiverr and you can get it done for $5. But we have a very, very good guy in the Facebook group who does it for $12, and you can just go directly to him, and he is actually really, really good. He's got perfect, you know, very, very good writers. And what's the turnaround time for Sean usually to get a press release these days?
Sean asks for a week.
A week? Okay,
Yeah.
I think we can probably get him to do it quicker than that. If not, you can use tools like Bill Guthrie has a tool called Instant PR Pro. And that's a very, very good little tool. You can get a sort of canned press release from there. It's good enough to build as a base, and you can just sort of bulk it out a little bit. But, you know, those are perfectly acceptable press releases as well if you just want to get some backlinks and drive some traffic to a particular site or to a video or something like that. Or
We
you can
also
use it just to get, yeah, carry on.
we've got some files in the Facebook group also that are templates, and it's pretty much just fill in the blanks. So
Yeah.
and there's all kinds of templates, and you can choose whatever subject that you're alluding to in your press release, and you can have it done in 15 minutes with one of those templates.
Yeah, yeah. Let me just get the link for the Facebook group. I'll put it in here as well. Facebook group here.
Everybody that's attending the webinar is welcome to join the Facebook group. I will approve all of you.
Okay. Just come in here, just put in the Facebook group in this one. Good thing about these Google Slides that we use is that whenever we update them, it is actually quite regular when we're doing these webinars and things, is that they get updated in real time. So if you go back to it later, these will always be there, but they will always be up to date as well. Okay, that's why I like to use them. Okay, so put the Facebook group link in there. You're welcome to join us in the Facebook group and ask any questions you would like in there as well. Let's see here, do you have anything you want to ask or comment? I think maybe it's taking a break. Okay, let's see if there's any more questions coming in there, Robert, so we can.
Did you say something to me, Anthony? I'm sorry.
I can.
Yeah, no, just we're kind of at the point where we're just taking some questions and things. We're giving them the link to the free press release so they can go and get it. We told them where they can get some writing done for them as well if they don't know how to write a press release, or where they can get some help, like via the Facebook group where we got some templates or things like that. There's another tool that you can use that I mentioned. It's called Instant PR Pro, where you can get, sort of pretty decent actually press releases written just using a software that creates press releases from you answering some questions in the wizard. The other one as well is Scriptall does it now as well. They do it if
Yes, it
anybody's
does.
got Scriptall.
Right.
You can use that to get press releases done as well. It's a little bit more work with Scriptall, but you're getting a higher quality sort of canned press release, for one of a better term. So I think we're just about ready to sort of wrap it up, and unless there's any other questions coming in, or you've got any other comments and things here.
No, I really like this, and it makes a lot more sense than the service that I was using before, which I dumped. So this one, but I mean, there's no question that just press release by itself in a service like this will rank very quickly and very well. But with all the extra stuff that you have going on in the background, that's really the secret sauce, that you got going on.
Yeah. We did this because this is what we do for ourselves. This is where we've had a lot of success ourselves, even using the sort of big and named press release services, that you still need to do some SEO to be able to get those rankings to stay sticky. Otherwise, you've got a sort of a news level rankings that last for a short period of time, then just sort of fade away. But when you're doing this other stuff, you've got all that massive distribution happening in the background, plus the bookmarking and all that kind of stuff as well. Robert, is there any more questions coming in?
There are quite a few questions. Several people are asking about using them for affiliate products, specifically Amazon products. One of the questions is referring to.
I've heard of, I don't have the course, I think it was Amazing Selling Machines. I think they're using press releases. I think it's part of their strategy that they're using press releases to do a lot of the promotions. There's, what's the other one? There's Amazing Selling Machines. There was another course. I think it may be the OMG one. I think they are using video and press releases together as well for the Amazon stuff as well. I think they cover the Amazon, don't they? Or the CP? I can't remember. I haven't actually taken it either of those courses. Yeah. It's quite common, and there's a lot of people they are using press releases, especially in combination with video, to sell affiliate products and do CPA kind of things. What you've got to remember as well is that you can get a lot more bang for your buck if you're doing it in a sort of regional type of way as well. For example, You could be doing it for, CPA for zip submits and things like that, if you want to go into the sort of CPA route, or you can do affiliate marketing for local area as well. If you do a combination of local with affiliate marketing, just by putting a geographic sort of tag into it, you find that it's very, very easy to rank, even for very, very competitive kind of keyword phrases or product names, if you do it that way.
There's a couple of questions here from people wanting to know if they can start with a smaller package and then upgrade later.
Yeah, anytime they can upgrade anytime. The 5 for 67 is never going to get increased, not if we can help it anyway, not for a long time. We've actually just put that up recently once we started to build these Web 2.0 blog networks. So that is always going to be there. Those prices are going to be there a long time. And if you want to upgrade, if you want to take 5 and you find it's working for you and you want to upgrade it, then you can upgrade it to the 10-pack for $97 at any time. And I'll tell you what, guys, this is really, really good for reselling to local businesses. This really is very good for reselling. Before I got into internet marketing, I used to have a recruitment company. We had an international recruitment company. I paid 750 Australian dollars to get a press release done. And all I got really was just a basic press release. I didn't have a clue how much I should have been paying. It's very easy for you to resell these and make a massive profit on them. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't go for $750. I would do it a little bit cheaper and work on high volume, but that's just the way that I like to approach it. You might have different ideas, but you can make a lot of money reselling this.
Mm-hmm. I've done exactly that. I would write a press release when I was writing with Newswire and sell it for $300 every time.
Exactly.
I sold a dozen of those.
Exactly. Well, this is sweet, and you lucked out, Tony. Get this, find this connection, man. That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, this is good, but we're still keeping progressively looking to improve things. It's going to be a non-stop process. It's just like SEO. There's always going to be new things coming in and changing and stuff like that. And we've actually developed a new software as well. It's all around video marketing and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our SEO assistants trained in that, and basically they will be using that for every single press release. They will get a full run of that software, and when that software comes out and people see it's going to open a few eyes really and drop a few jaws. I'm pretty sure when people see the stuff that we're getting up to with that particular software. Anyway, let's see if we've got any more about the SEOs or any SEO questions coming in there, Robert.
Any more from interested in learning more about the SEO we're doing on the press releases? Got no more questions coming in.
They have 7 days to grab that free one.
Yeah. No, the free one is available anytime. It's just that there's a countdown timer for the buy button there if they want to take full membership. So I gave them an additional discount on top of that. Okay. So that countdown timer is there. If they want to get it in at a discount, I think it's about 10%. So that 67 is actually about 60. To be honest.
Okay, guys. So you can use the free press release anytime as yours to keep, but there's a special offer on the service that you'll have to take advantage of within 1 week. Correct?
That's correct.
Okay, great. Just
so
we
instead of 67, it's 60.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. That's a good, more than 10% or 10% off or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's about 10%.
That's a little off today. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Okay, Stephen is asking about our SEO. Is the SEO drip fed, or is it all at once?
With the IFTTT stuff, it kind of happens all within, a couple of hours, really. We don't really worry about the drip feeding when it comes to the videos. We don't really worry about the drip feeding when it comes to the news sites either, because both YouTube and these news sites can take, heavy hits as far as backlinks. But what's really, really happening here is syndication. If you can differentiate the difference between syndication and backlinks, although they're essentially become the same kind of thing. They're different because when it's coming to syndication, you're taking your content, you're putting it out there, and it's getting distributed, whereas a backlink could be something a little bit different, where we're doing more with, I guess, more with the bookmark type of stuff. We would need to do the drip feeding in there. Do you know that FH is using the drip feeding at the moment, or should just hit them all at one time?
It's all happening at one time.
Yeah, you can hit them all at one time. If you reverse engineer, I do this sometimes. If you go to see some product launches, for example, if you watch the people that are doing the video marketing and the product launches, it's really interesting to reverse engineer how they're getting the backlinks. It really is, and sometimes I will go there just to see if there's anything new popped up. You will find people getting huge amounts of sort of backlinks from Pleek sites, for example, bookmarking sites, Pleek sites. They're not high quality, but there's thousands of them. You will find a lot of people using tools like GSA Search Engine Ranker because it's working for YouTube videos. It's working for that kind of stuff. Absolutely, no doubt about that, and it's working right now. So these kind of authority sites can take a big hit. Another thing that can take a big hit as well is Facebook fan pages too. That's really a good way to do it. If you want to get into launch tracking, you can do your press releases with links to the fan page, and that would work really well.
Okay, John is asking if the...
I'm sorry, press releases would link to a fan page, and what's on the fan page?
Well, when people are doing things like the launch tracking, they might do something like a sort of pre-sale bonus type of page.
On a fan page on Facebook.
Yeah, so instead of using like a blog page, if you use just a fan page, which is really quick and really easy to do, what was the one that we were looking at earlier? What was the name of that one? Traffic?
Facebook started blocking those JVZoo links, though, so that must be kind of a little dance.
Traffic Fusion. Okay, let me just go into Traffic Fusion. You can use something like a URL shortener in there. You can use, for example, like if I go into mine here, I've got this little script. I got some guy on Fiverr to put the script together for me, I think. I'm just going here, AHME recommends. And basically I can just clone. I can just cloak a link in here in 2 seconds. So I can go and take a link from this guy here and just put it in here and have it cloaked. And it takes about 10 seconds, really. And I've got a link which...
So you do that with it cloaked in a frame, and then it doesn't give you a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to have a see in here.
You can't do a direct redirect, though, because they won't allow that.
Right.
Cloaked in a frame, yeah, that works. Okay. I just want to check, because we've been looking at this, too.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Look. This guy's got a Facebook fan page, Traffic Fusion. This is one we were looking at this morning, myself and Robert. Traffic Fusion, and the Facebook fan page is #1 in here. See?
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I think that was quite a big launch. That was from, I can't remember, is it Precious that did that one?
That's interesting. Yeah, that's a Precious.
Yeah,
and so... Yeah, it's Precious.
What's his PTC Professor? I don't know how he's doing that link. Never heard of that one, but you know he's got some information in there, and that's basically how he's doing it.
Okay, cool.
So these will rank really well for fan pages because they will take a lot of backlinks as well. Okay, let's take a look at some of these as well. I forgot about these. These are some rankings. I asked Robert just to randomly pick some that we from press releases we did last week. Let's click on the first one: basketball sports psychology. You can see mass media SEO. The top 3 here. It's not a bad keyword. It's not, you know, a lot of people are not really targeting the big keywords anyway, but they give you an idea. Flash tattoos. Let's see. Flash tattoos. This is one of the Google News press releases. Press release sites.
We never did tell everybody that we are appearing in Google News.
Yeah, so that guy Robert Oliver is using press releases.
Who's that?
That guy Robert Oliver that's ranking for Traffic Fusion, because he says it's in the news, so he must be using.
Oh yeah. Probably if you've got the results, it says in the news. Probably.
That's amazing. There you
Yeah.
go, man.
It's kind of recent, isn't it?
That's one of our
That's right
right
there.
right? He's #1 in Google News.
This one here, Raleigh Roofing. As you can see here,
#1 there, right?
Yeah. Let me come back a bit. This is this is Darwin Life Coach. So we got some more. I don't know what costume closet is. That a brand name or something?
That's what do you call it? I'm trying to say subdivision. It's not a subdivision. It's a chain. It's a chain.
Oh, okay.
Thousands of stores.
This is the Google News site as well.
You can see there's 1.8 million results, and we're #1.
Yeah. So all of that kind of stuff going on in the background, guys. But ultimately, it's something that we want to keep driving the traffic to over time as well. It's not just what you get in the first initial sort of surge of traffic with your instant sort of indexing and instant or fast rankings. With the SEO stuff happening in the background as well, and some strategies that we can put in there, then we can take things a lot further. And we do some strategy webinars once a month as well. So things like the fan page ranking using the press releases. I think we'll do that one next, Robert. We can put together something for that. Yeah. So we do one time a month. We'll do some strategy webinars for mass media SEO as well. We'll get into the SEO stuff and we talk about doing marketing and things. Last month we did for local marketing. The replays are all there as well for those two.
All right, people asking about replays and is the YouTube video right in the body of the press release? Some of the sites accept videos and most of them don't. And that's pretty much the same with every press release service out there. And yes, there are videos in the body on our news site and videos in the sidebar and other sites. And there's even an iframe for your website in one of the sites we distribute to. So it just depends on the distribution endpoint, whether or not your video will appear there. It looks like we've pretty much run out of questions now, Tony.
All right, okay. So let's wrap it up. Guys, I really advise you to take up the trial. It's not costing you anything. You've got 7 days if you want to take up the membership with that 10% discount. So it might not sound like a lot, $6, $7 a month saving, but over 10 months, that's $60, $70. It's quite a decent savings that you can get there. And consider reselling these. You can make good money reselling these. If you're doing local marketing, it's great to bundle in with the package because it's one of those things where you don't really need to promise anything, because press releases, a lot of people, they understand what they are. Businesses think about them as PR, public relations kind of things.
People are looking
just approach them and talk in their language with this kind of stuff. Sorry, Hugh, you were saying?
People are looking for them rather than you don't have to sell them. People already are looking for them. So
yeah, for sure. We put together packages where we put a whiteboard video that we get done from people we know, and we put together the press release. We put together a Facebook fan page, landing page. So we got 3 elements put together. We got the marketing message in the whiteboard video. We've got the traffic from the press release, and we're gathering leads and building lists with the Facebook fan page, landing page. And it's just got those 3 elements together, where you're not promising rankings that you have to go and buy a bunch of backlinks for and all that kind of stuff. You're not trying to sell stuff with SEO jargon and stuff in there. You're actually talking to them about things that they understand. They understand a business promotional video. They understand PR. They understand press releases, and they understand lead generation. You're able to talk to them in their sort of own language without getting into the SEO kind of jargon stuff, which really they don't understand.
mm-hmm.
Okay, Stephen is asking about the 10% off links, and that will be in your members area when you register. After you've signed up with the free offer, you will be able to access those links right inside your members area.
Awesome.
Okay, I think we can wrap it up now.
All right. Well, thank you for having me here, and guys, thank you for attending. If you're taking up that offer, then great. We'll be, happy to help you in the Facebook group as well if you've got any questions. And thanks for having us.
Awesome, Tony and Robert. Always groovy to hang out with you guys and all my subscribers. Right on, Robert. All my people, thanks for showing up, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and we will see you in the next one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.